Welcome, everyone, to What to Watch Live, the show where we discuss the best in TV and entertainment this week. My name is David, and today I am joined by my fellow Xfinity editors, Rose and Kayla. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hi, how is everyone?
Can't complain. Doing excellent.
Good. Well, welcome to you both, and welcome to all of our friends out there on Twitter today. You're here for our historic 50th show. 5-0. We're all grown up. And if this is your first time watching us, you can watch us here on What to Watch Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern across Xfinity platforms. And now you can also watch us nationwide on the Xfinity What to Watch channel on Zumo. We are there 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our interviews, replays of What to Watch Live, some hand-picked TV shows and movies. Check us out. Just go to Zumo. You can find it anywhere. You're up in Alaska, check us out on Zumo. Enjoy Rose's interview with Stranger Things. Enjoy Kayla talking to the cast of The Chi and Spike Lee and all the big stars. Check it out. But first, we have a really good show for you today. Our 50th show. We'll be telling you about a special Xfinity Rewards offer for Minions: The Rise of Gru. Rose gives us a deep dive into the kids' summer collection. We'll sit down with Sadie Sink, Gaten Matarazzo. I knew I was going to mess that name up. Caleb McLaughlin and Priya Ferguson from Stranger Things. I'll tell you how to celebrate Independence Day with some America stuff. And as always, we'll help you plan your TV watch list for the week ahead. So let's kick things off first with the return of one of our favorite segments, It's in the News. The Minions are back in theaters this Friday, July 1st, with an all-new adventure entitled Minions: The Rise of Gru. Let's take a quick look.
Good night. Good night.
Yes. Good night.
Good night.
No! Minions! There are a lot of other villains in the world, but I am going to be a super villain.
This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order.
This puny little child thinks he can be a villain.
I am pretty despicable.
You better look. Music the moment.
Never thought I'd hear a Eminem track over a Minions trailer. That's pretty awesome, right?
I was gonna say that.
I was jamming. I was like, oh wait, this is Minions? Okay.
I'm telling you, they make it for the adults. They really do.
It's true, and it's working. I'm very excited about this movie, and if you all out there in the Twitter sphere or Xfinity sphere, that's not a phrase, I'm making it up right now. If you're excited for Minions: The Rise of Gru, we have great news for Xfinity Rewards members. If you are a silver or gold member with Xfinity Rewards, you are eligible for a complimentary Fandango movie ticket when you buy one or more tickets to see Minions on the Fandango site or mobile app. And if you're a platinum or diamond member, you are eligible for 2 free Fandango tickets when you buy tickets to Minions on the Fandango site or a mobile app. So how do you claim your tickets? If you're an Xfinity Rewards member, just log into the Xfinity app or go to xfinity.com/rewards to check out all the Minions rewards available now through August 1st. Now through August 1st. If you're not an Xfinity Rewards member, why? What are you waiting for? Just say Xfinity Rewards into your voice remote now to get started. Kayla, Rose, are you both Minions Despicable Me fans?
Yes.
Kayla, you go.
Yes, I've seen them, albeit, as an adult. Again, I had no kids at this point. I just wanted to watch it for me. So this is another one I'll probably hog to myself, and then I'll open it up to my daughter and say, hey, do you want to watch this? But I have to watch it myself first because you know how kids can be with the questions and the noise. So
and the noise.
so I'll probably see it twice.
Those dang kids. Those dang.
No,
Kayla, I 100% agree with you, Kayla. Like, they make the movies for the adults because, one, we're paying for it. Two, we're going to probably have to watch it 100 times over again. And you know what I mean? So,
yes.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. And these movies just, like, it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's like, who wouldn't? I thought it was over after the second one. And then it's like, oh, no, it's kind of like a prequel. Like, oh, look when he's a kid. Then, you know, maybe it's when he's like, he has a son who wants to be a villain in the next one. I don't know. Like,
oh, yeah, like son of Gru.
Right.
Now, if Universal makes that, I think we get a piece of that now. Son of Gru, trademark, patent pending, copyright.
Heard it here first, folks.
Right.
Heard it here first.
Well, very exciting. Xfinity Rewards members, go check that out. The movie opens this Friday, only in theaters. Next up, School's Out for Summer. That was my jazzy version. School's Out for Summer. In a segment we call Collections Corner. Summer is finally here. The beaches are hot, the swimming pools are cool, and the kids are home from school. Oh my gosh, the kids are home from school. Thankfully, we have Rose on today's show to tell us about all about a brand new collection to help keep your little ones busy so you can have 5 minutes of peace. Rose, what do you have for us?
I'm so excited that summer is here. And what do we got for you? We got Kids Summer Kickoff. But don't let the name fool you. It's not just for kids. And I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. But here in this fun destination, we've sorted everything out so you don't have to. Let's start with Common Sense Media. This is our third-party expert whom we love partnering with. I find it a great resource for all parents. If you ever have a question about a piece of content, TV, movies, even books, here is where you go to see, is it safe for my kid to watch? Is it age appropriate? All of that good stuff. And we have the recommendations right here. And then we've got free movies for kids, new kids TV from this year. Also, we've got a music festival that's safe for kids where you can sing karaoke or start your own dance party. And then we get to something that I make sure we always have, whether it's TV or movies or both, that's safe for the entire family. Notice I keep saying safe, okay? Here's why. And this is the one reason why I always want something that the entire family can enjoy. I'm gonna take you on a deep dive real quick on why, okay? So let's go back to the early 2000s, and I'm on a family trip with this guy that I'm dating. We've got his parents, we've got his brother and his girlfriend, and we've got grandma. She's, up there in age, but still a little spry and all that good stuff, okay? So when you're visiting family, you always want to do something together. So what better way to spend time than a family movie night, okay? Family movie night with grandma. So remember, this is early 2000s. Blockbuster was still around. We're looking for a movie, and we see on the cover, okay, Owen Wilson, great. Vince Vaughn, check. This is going to be good. Will Ferrell, yes. We're going to have some live, laugh, love time, okay?
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong, right? Grandma's sitting and settled in her chair, and we start the movie. You guys, the movie's old school. Old school. If you don't remember what old school is, in like the first 10 minutes, there's porn, there's threesomes, there's full frontal, they talk about gangbangs. I mean, like it's ridiculous. There's no turning back.
No. First of all, when was there ever a movie that Vince Vaughn was in recently where it was family friendly? That should have been a giveaway. Vince Vaughn, you should have known. Like Swingers, Vince Vaughn, like.
That's true.
I can't talk about that. But
yeah.
The movie was old school. We for some reason we just were like, we gotta forge forward. We gotta keep going. So we kept going. Poor grandma. At the end of the movie, I will never forget what she said to this day. She turned to us real slow. And she said, I didn't care too much for that movie. I mean, she was so disappointed. I felt like I was being reprimanded. Oh my gosh. So that's why, to this day, when we are handpicking content for you, it's because of that moment. There has to be something.
I think we've all had that moment. We've all had it. Don't feel bad.
If we go back in the collection, there is something that says like TV for the entire family. Okay, so here's my family safe pick for the entire family. And sometimes they're not necessarily cartoons. People are, adults get tired of cartoons. There's no porn, there's no drugs, there's no gangbangs, no threesomes. Okay,
Just say it again. Don't say it again.
This proves my point. You see how uncomfortable you guys are right now?
Just one more time. Say it one more time.
No.
Okay, where's Cooks in America? Wholesome, family fun content. It's safe. You can turn it on. Grandma's gonna enjoy it. It's actually really funny. Think of like America's Funniest Videos with cooks, and like these people are really bad cooks. I can relate to them too, because during the pandemic, I was like, I'm not a bad cook, but I'm not a great one either. Anyways, this is my pick, okay? Highly recommend it if you're gonna have some sort of family night and you need to watch something. Okay, David, what would be your pick?
So I recently discovered that there are more than 100 episodes of the old 80s and 90s animated series Garfield and Friends, available on Xfinity platforms for free with Zumo and Peacock. So if you don't recall, Garfield and Friends is based on the beloved Jim Davis cartoon strip Garfield, and it ran for 7 seasons, 121 episodes from 1988 to 1994. And if you're really young and somehow don't know Garfield, he's a cranky cat who hates Mondays, loves lasagna, and is a constant source of stress for his human owner, John Arbuckle. John also owns a dog named Odie, who Garfield also torments. There's a local kitten named Nermal, who is, for some reason, Garfield's mortal enemy. I loved Garfield and Friends when I was a kid. And one of my favorite Christmas specials of all time is actually an episode of Garfield and Friends. It's called A Garfield Christmas. You can find it under the additional episodes category on X1 and Flex. It's such a beautiful little story. And while I loved Garfield and Friends, I absolutely hated when the show would focus on the friends portion, namely the farm animals of U.S. Acres. The show would often split episodes. Every episode had 2 stories. So sometimes it was 2 Garfield stories, but sometimes it was a Garfield story and a story about U.S. Acres, which followed a pig named Orson and his barnyard pals. There was a anxious duck, a couple of sheep, a rooster, a chick that had not and for some reason could not fully hatch out of its egg. It was just 2 little stick legs sticking out of the bottom of an egg. It was the worst. Like, even as a kid, when U.S. Acres cartoon would come on, I'd turn it off. Like, sorry, Orson, I don't care about you or your awful brothers, Mort, Gort, and Wart. But if you are looking for a great throwback to watch with your kids, Garfield and Friends is a great choice, and it definitely includes some of those snarky jokes that only parents could enjoy with their little ones. So that is my pick. Do either of you remember this show?
Yes, absolutely. Lasagna, it had to do with food. I remember it.
Yes.
Lasagna was a very small part of it. It was important to Garfield, but kind of a throwaway to the entire show in general.
No, I disagree. David, if it's important to Garfield, it's important to me.
That should be a t-shirt. If it's important to Garfield, it's important to me. Copyright, trademark.
We're clearly friends with Garfield. We're copywriting everything.
Yeah. Kayla, what is your family-friendly TV show or movie?
Mine is Jumanji. Welcome to the Jungle. So the first one, I have seen both, but I'll pick the original so everyone can start from the beginning. It's a reboot of the original Jumanji that came out. Was that in the 80s, 90s, 80s? I don't know.
90s.
Listen,
90s.
The 90s. Okay, I was terrified of the original. Terrified. Stuff swinging from the ceiling. The quicksand. And my brother would laugh at me like, "Why are you scared of this?" I'm like, "This is not for me. Like, this is not it." So, I've grown up since then, and I have seen the reboot.
You're terrified by different things now.
Yes, right. Yes, this is hilarious. I mean, Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart. Now, this is the cast, Rose, that is family safe. This cast right here, you're in pretty good hands. It's essentially, it's a reboot, but it has a fresh take. It's like high school kids discover this old video game where before it was like a board game. That too, like that just freaked me out for some reason. I don't know. I didn't like the board game. I didn't like that. Look, I'm weird, guys. So they become these like avatars in the movie, and it's laugh out loud 2 hours straight. I love this. I love this film. It's amazing. Just seeing Jack Black act like a high school girl is just hilarious to me.
You're right. This is
so good.
Very family friendly cast. Not like Rose out there looking like, oh, Samuel L. Jackson and Liam Neeson. These are family friendly stars here. Let's put this one on for grandma.
To my defense, this was like still early 2000s, okay? So
that's
Bond's body of work, I don't think was that extensive, if I recall.
I guess this is before Elf. So, Will Ferrell, he kind of got it together after a while.
I guess it was before Elf.
I think so.
It's not playing well into my thing, but...
Doesn't help your argument at all.
Right. But in either case, to close this tab, guys.
Look, wait, one question before you close it. I have a question. Was that the last night of the family visit, or did you have a day to redeem yourselves?
That was the last time.
Oh.
I mean, we broke up too, so I don't know. I will not always be remembered for, the girl who chose porn and gangbang.
Yeah, there it is. There's the third time. Close us out. Now give us the voice command for this collection now that you said that, please.
Wait, I need to put some other words between that and the voice command. So, for wholesome family fun from ages 2 to 92, say Kids Summer into your voice remote. Okay? Be safe.
There it is. There it is. Next up, we're running up that road, be running up that hill with the cast of Stranger Things in a segment called Hangouts. Stranger Things Season 4 comes to an end this Friday, July 1st, when the final 2 episodes hopefully answer all of our burning questions. And ahead of the finale, our very own Rose sat down with the Stranger Things stars Sadie Sink, Gaten Matarazzo, Caleb McLaughlin, and Priya Ferguson for a brand new episode of Xfinity Hangouts. Rose, tell us more about it.
Oh, let me tell you, Stranger Things. So my son is really into Stranger Things, Kayla, and you can relate. This is a little scary. It's a little horror, but my son loved it, and he's older now, so we would watch this together, and I got into it. It's great storytelling. Plus, the 80s nostalgia is so fantastic. So I got to ask them really cool questions about that. We'll get more into it in just a second, but take a look at the clip.
Located you guys far from Hawkins because I thought you'd be safe. A war is coming. I'm afraid your friends at Hawkins are very much in the eye of the storm.
I so appreciate all of the 80s nostalgia. But what's something that you guys are growing up with right now or have grown up with that in the future, when you watch like a mid 2000s movie, that you'd like to see incorporated into that movie?
Ooh, I love that. Yeah, I can't wait to see what becomes like super like fun and retro and like vibing. Like we probably don't even know just yet. We won't really know until a while, like what sticks and what doesn't.
Probably TikTok.
Like
when I was a child, I had like a leapfrog. It was like a miniature iPad.
Whoa,
yeah,
that's right.
So it kind of reminded me of the
those.
80s, but like if it was a little bit, but not really.
Yeah,
it was like the 2006,
I forgot about
2000s, 80s or whatever. Like gadget, and I would always play it. So
flip phones are fun.
Yeah, if it was like in the future show, I was like, oh, that's the leapfrog. I used to play with that.
Probably the Switch is going to be.
Yeah.
The Switch will probably.
Nintendo,
for sure. You know, Game Boy's already like that, but like the Switch is will definitely be.
And how much people freaked out about the Switch because it was like the first like portable like actual video game thing. People were like, "Yo, you don't get it," and you're like, "Yeah, we know," and they're gonna.
And it can
like,
switch.
Yeah, they're gonna have like contact lenses that do VR. That like whenever, you know.
You guys, they're talking about flip phones being like nostalgic. Man, if any, like I loved the interview. It was really, really fun. I'm so happy that I got to talk to them. But man, did I feel my age talking about leapfrog? Dang it. All right. But it was a really, really good fun. So I love all of the 80s nostalgia there. They're talking about, you know, what they want to see in the future, which now actually leads me to a question for the both of you. What reboot would you want to see from like current TV or movies 20 or 30 years later?
Sure.
Want me to go first?
I mean, I know my answer. First of all, I want to say it's interesting, excuse me, that you're like, oh, they're like so young, but they're also older than you would think they are because they're like children in the show. But Sadie and Caleb are 20, Gaten is 19, and Priya's still 15, but they're like almost old enough to drink.
That's right. That's so
they're
true.
Simultaneously very young and way older than you would think they'd be. Anyway, the thing that I would love to bring back is, I don't know how to explain it, but like old, simple game shows on TV. So every single day, every day, I turn on a network called Buzzer, BUZZR, check your local listings, and I watch old 70s and 80s game shows like Match Game, Password, Password Plus, Super Password, Tattletales, Press Your Luck, The Newlywed Game, Card Sharks, Family Feud, Classic Concentration, starring Alex Trebek, Sale of the Century, Supermarket Sweep. So I know that a bunch of these have come back, and in fact, NBC recently greenlit a reboot of Password starring Jimmy Fallon, but the reboots just don't have like the same vibe as the originals. And I don't know if it's because most of them have big flashy LED screens and fancy new bonus rounds and big prizes. Because personally, I liked it when someone won a toaster or were like excited about $100. Like, but I think the other thing that I really miss about those are the personalities. Like, those were the days when there were people on these game shows like Gene Rayburn, Charles Nelson Riley, Brett Summers, Richard Dawson, Fannie Flagg, and they were just known for being panelists on game shows. And they were funny, like not cringe funny, like clever, spontaneous, like quick-witted. Like Betty White was on a lot of those shows as well. And even though she was known for so much more, you really see how funny Betty White is when she's interacting with other comedians on the fly. And also the shows were not overly produced. They were on every single day. And sometimes they would just run out of time and they would just go to the next day and pick up where they were. Or sometimes there would be a little mechanical mechanism that would malfunction and it wouldn't reveal the prize or the note card or something. And they didn't cut it and reshoot it. Gene Rayburn would just knock on the wall and tell the dude who's behind there to just manually slide the thing to the side. Conversations would go off the rails like it does here on the show. Panelists would get out of their seat and they would walk into the audience. And yeah, they were probably all drunk. Like Gene Rayburn seems drunk on like 99% of the episodes of Match Game. But that was the fun of it. It aired in the daytime and they were all hammered. And I missed that. So I would bring back drunken daytime game shows, the golden age of game shows, in my opinion. And
this water, this water.
I miss when they used to say whoopee on game shows and not gangbang. That was just great times. It's number 4. It's number 4 for the show. We're gonna get canceled. Kayla, what would you bring? What would you bring back?
Well, listen, first, I love that idea, and I think the game show should be called The Golden Age. Again, copyright. Yeah. Okay, copywriting that.
Trademark.
The golden age is going to be that game show that we just all miss, and my pillow just fell. That's fine. Anyway,
but we're not going to reshoot that because, like in the olden days, things happen and you just roll with it.
Right. Seeing it in real time, guys.
Yes, in real time. My pick. Okay, so one of the TV shows I think would make a great reboot is Orange is the New Black. I think that show had a great run, and I would love to see it come back, but maybe not a prison setting, but maybe it's like a rehab center or a juvenile detention center where it's like younger people. Like I don't know. I think that would be a cool dynamic of just seeing that come back because of how great that show was, how original it was. I think that hasn't been rebooted. It's too new to be rebooted. But I think in 20, 30 years or so, people are like, hey, what happened to Orange is the New Black? And maybe it's called something else. But it's about a group of either people who are trapped somewhere who can't get out or something like that. That'd be funny.
I think they should reboot it, but have it set in a restaurant, because when I worked in a restaurant, it felt like a prison.
Man, David. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. Rose, did you have anything else that you wanted to bring back?
Yeah, but I feel like I maybe missed my own assignment. Like so the movie, when I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, I want to do this. Inner Space. Do you guys remember Inner Space with Martin Short and Dennis Quaid? And like there was like this technology where Dennis Quaid got like super, super, super tiny and into the syringe. And then he was supposed to go into a bunny for like science, but then something awry happened. And then all of a sudden he got shoved into Martin Short's butt. And then he's like in there and he has like 24 hours to get out or he's gonna die. You guys, it's a great movie.
Martin butt.
You guys, Twitter, I'm
family friendly.
I'm sorry, Twitter. But gangbang, day drinking.
No, don't.
5 for 5.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. That would be it. Blah blah blah.
It's gone out on the rails. You can check out Rose's full interview with the Stranger Things cast right now by saying what to watch or Xfinity Hangouts into your remote. Next up, oh yeah, all right. Take it easy, baby. Make it last all night. She was an American Girl in our next segment entitled Best Of. The 4th of July is just 1 week away, and if you're looking for a little something to put you in the patriotic mood, we have just the remedy for you. Just say America stuff into your voice remote to access a highly curated collection of TV shows and movies that are bursting out all over with red, white, and blue. At the very top, you'll find scripted shows like American Auto, All American Homecoming, and Mrs. America, as well as unscripted shows like America's Got Talent and America's Song Contest. As we move down the page, you'll find the TV shows and movies of actress America Ferrera, as well as a row curated by our very own Xfinity editor, Scott, which showcases the 25 best personas created by Roger on the animated series American Dad. It's a labor of love for him. Scott loves American Dad. So each one of these tiles links to the episode where this aliens character is showcased. Then we've got all the movies like Top Gun, Captain America, Independence Day, and Miracle, as well as military films, westerns, and a row of wed, white, and blue movies. Finally, as part of Xfinity's Summer of Free, you can check out a ton of American-themed shows on History Vault for free, starting tomorrow, June 28th, through the 4th of July. And if that's not enough, you can also fuel your holiday barbecue with rows of themed music playlists and summertime throwbacks curated by our Xfinity music editor, Quam. Again, just say America stuff into your voice remote to check it out. And, we were talking the other day about the shows and movies that really make us feel patriotic. And there's one in particular in this collection that I really love, and I just kind of touched on it. It's called America, the Story of Us. And it's a docu-series that chronicles the history of the United States with episodes focused on early settlers, the Revolutionary War, Western expansion, the Civil War, the Transcontinental Railroad, the business boom, the Great Depression, World War II, all the way up to the new millennium. And it ties everything together with really interesting reenactments, CGI footage, and archived news footage that really tells a very rich and compelling story over the course of 12-hour-long episodes. And the best news about this is that the entire series is available for free on History Vault, again, starting tomorrow, June 28th through July 4th. So, Kayla, is there any series or movie that kind of gives you those patriotic feelings?
Yes, absolutely. And I know we're only like a week or so, past Juneteenth, but my pick is High on the Hog, which is a 4-episode docuseries about African-American cuisine and how it transformed America. First of all, just based on the poster art, how can you not want to watch something like this? I want to eat. I don't even know what that is. I just want to eat it. Even the flour looks so good on those fingers. But it's about a food writer, Steven Satterfield. He traces the origins of African-American cuisine. He goes through its lines, like from Africa all the way through Texas, uncovering Black culinary traditions. Of course, throughout the way, he's eating a bunch of great food. We're talking like all kinds of rice, mac and cheese, like briskets, all this amazing food that just, if you're hungry, maybe don't watch it. But it's just a great depiction of the history of Black cuisine and the history of it and how it's now incorporated into all these like new dishes that we see today. Great for summertime. I'll say that. Great summer show.
This is a really great show. And I think on the right there on the poster, I think that's okra. And that's something that I've the first time I had it as a kid, I didn't love, but now give me a giant tub of fried okra and something some delicious sauce to dip it in. But this show is, you're right. You'll just leave there being so hungry because the way they shoot it, it's excellent.
Yeah, maybe you think twice before ordering Chick-fil-A, and you might want to get into the kitchen after watching it.
I don't trust myself to make any of this. I want someone who the people on the show to make the food for me because I will not be able to make some fried okra. So.
I'm in if it has to do with food. I'm in.
Yeah. Rose, what's something that makes you feel patriotic?
Well, there's something that I saw in your collection, David, that if you know me, I love me some Tom Cruise. But I have to caveat, Scientology Tom Cruise, I don't know him, don't want to know him. I'm talking about the last movie star on this planet, Tom Cruise. And that movie I'm talking about is... Hold on a second. Let me get this.
Oh, You've got a jacket too.
Okay? It's Top Gun. Okay, it's Top Gun. It's about a guy named Maverick who goes to, I think it's, Naval Fighter Weapons School, also known as Top Gun. It's the best of the best, if you don't know, all right? And it's about just these humans, not people with magic powers, not people with nanotechnology, but actual human beings doing extraordinary things. And let me take a moment to go on a deep dive for the sequel that's in the theater called Top Gun Maverick. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. And if you have seen it, you can watch it again, because Top Gun Maverick, if you don't feel like you can solve all the world's problems and feel inspired the minute you walk out of that theater or watch it on Xfinity, you better check your pulse and check to make sure that you're watching the right movie, okay? Because that's inspiring. That movie is inspiring. That movie makes me feel patriotic. All right, you guys. My dad actually worked. He retired a lieutenant in the Navy. Worked on aircraft carriers. This is actually his bomber jacket.
Wow.
So,
Very cool.
yeah, absolutely. It's Top Gun, y'all. It's Top Gun for me. Both the original and the sequel. Watch it now, America.
How did you not say, if you don't feel the need for speed? You missed the opportunity. I thought you were gonna do it.
Did I miss my opportunity? All right, here it is. If you feel the need for speed, then you can see Top Gun.
Your face is taking up the entire. You feel the need for speed.
Oh my God.
Go see it. Just say America stuff into your voice remote. Okay, you guys? Top Gun. It's Top Gun. Bypass all the others. It's
America.
There it is. America
That's
stuff.
it.
So
remote drop.
We've lost it. Before we head out for the week, as always, we're here to help you plan your TV watch list in a segment called Plan Ahead. This week's premieres include the TV returns of Steve Martin, Martin Short, or Martin Butt, as Rose referred to him earlier, Selena Gomez, Chris Pratt, Angelina from Jersey Shore, and a big bouncy robot named Baymax. Rose, tell us more about it.
Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, and Martin Short play strangers who are true crime podcast fanatics. This unlikely trio suddenly find themselves working together to solve a real-life murder when a grisly death occurs inside their exclusive apartment building. Season 2 of Only Murders in the Building premieres on Hulu June 28th. Paramount Plus touts this as being the first of its kind party competition series. The biggest personalities from Jersey Shore to Love is Blind to RuPaul's Drag Race and everything in between battle it out while on an epic shore house vacation. Watch it all go down June 29th on Paramount Plus. Baymax is a new series spin-off of the hit animated film Big Hero 6. It focuses on the oh-so-dutiful, cute, and helpful healthcare companion, Baymax, who just wants to help its citizens. Watch the new series premiere on Disney Plus June 29th. We Hunt Together is a British import that takes the typical murderer versus homicide cop trope and turns it sideways. This not-so-typical storytelling technique is what makes We Hunt Together so compelling and unique. See for yourself as Season 2 premieres on Showtime July 3rd. Based on the Jack Carr novel of the same name, The Terminalist stars Chris Pratt as James Reese. After his entire Navy SEALs platoon is ambushed while on a covert mission, the aftermath unfolds as he returns home and new evidence comes to life which threatens not only his life, but the life of his loved ones. Watch The Terminalist July 1st on Prime Video.
And for this week's finales, we say farewell to the Man of Steel, the man who fell to Earth, the man who investigates ghosts, and the weakest link. Goodbye. Kayla, give us all the details.
Welcome to The Weakest Link, where brute strength and physical fitness are a far cry from what you'll need to win. Watch as 8 strangers test their trivia knowledge during rapid-fire rounds to bank prize money. The game comes to a head when players need to vote out who they think is the weakest link, one by one, until the winner is crowned. Now, my trivia knowledge is abysmal, but ask me anything about toddler parenting techniques, and I'm golden. Weakest Link finales June 27th on NBC. One of the world's most famous superheroes, Clark Kent, aka Superman, and his wife Lois are doing their best to juggle work-life balance in Smallville. Season 2 didn't fail to bring us more of that action-packed drama, including sprinkles of family tension, painful visions, doppelgangers, and bizarre portals. What could possibly be next? Don't miss the finale of this CW fan favorite. Superman and Lois finales June 28th on the CW. Do you have a paranormal emergency taking over your home? I know just who you should call. Paranormal investigators Zach, Aaron, Billy, and Jay respond to desperate homeowners who've been thrust into a vortex of unexplained supernatural activity. A crew of professionals work to get to the bottom of the case with the goal of offering up a resolution. That is, if there is one. Count me out. Ghost Adventures House Calls finales June 30th on Discovery+. Even if you're not a sci-fi fan, you've probably heard of Showtime's new series, The Man Who Fell to Earth. Chiwetel Ejiofor stars as an alien that crashes into New Mexico on a mission to find the brilliant scientist who can help save his species. But they discover that in order to save his world, they must first save ours. I don't know what the finale will bring, but it's looking pretty explosive. The Man Who Fell to Earth finales July 3rd on Showtime. FX keeps bringing the funny with the 3rd season of Breeders, the unfiltered, brutally honest, dark comedy about life, parenting, and everything in between. Paul and Allie are still trying to keep it all together while going head-to-head with their young children and aging parents. It captures perfectly the unconditional love parents have for their kids and the never-ending adolescent annoyances that drive them to the brink of destruction. Breeders finales July 4th on FX.
And that will do it for today's show. A very special thanks to the stars of Stranger Things, Sadie Sink, Gaten Matarazzo, Kayla McLaughlin, and Priya Ferguson for hanging out with us. Even bigger thanks to my fellow Xfinity editors, Rose and Kayla, for joining me this week. Shout out to our producers, Brad, Aaron, and everyone else behind the scenes for making the show tick. A quick show note, next week we're taking the day off for 4th of July, but you can catch an all-new episode the very next day, Tuesday, July 5th at 4 p.m. If you want to check out the TV shows and movies we talked about today, get more of our entertainment recommendations, or watch us interview big celebrities, just say what to watch in your voice remote, or tune in here at our regular time every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern for a new episode. And now you can also check us out across the country 24/7 on the Xfinity What to Watch channel on Zumo. My name is David. Thank you all for joining us on What to Watch Live.
Bye. Bye, Twitter.